Greetings everyone. These are the Student Union Government Executives. Yes, and we're here to do a short video, a short interview with our school officials on how we can be able to prevent the spreading of this coronavirus, this deadly disease, COVID-19, from spreading to students once they are back. And also, we want to talk on how to secure the lives of our students once they are back. My name is Alagama Aspire, the Vice President, Student Union Government, Nwafor Orizu College of Education, Nsugbe. And I'm here with my Oga Amarachuku Linda, the Assistant Secretary General, SCG, Student Union Government, Nsugbe. Nice having you here, Mama.
Thank you.
Mama, do you have anything to tell us?
Well, I don't have much to say. Our VP have said it all, but you know, this COVID-19, this pandemic stuff that we're rolling about is not just a child's play. You know, it's something serious. In as much as we here in the East, we don't take it serious, but it's way more serious than we think it is. So in this video, stay tuned and listen and watch us as we give you tips on how to prevent this COVID-19 from reaching you and from being infected from it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. See you soon. Good day, sir.
Okay.
Sir, sitting here with you is Alago Amara Aspire, the Vice President, Nwafor Orizu College of Education, Nsugbe, on behalf of the executive, Student Union Government Executives. So we want to meet you. We want to ask you a few questions. Sir, please, can we meet you?
All right. My name is Dr. Vincent Chukwuma. I'm the Dean of Student Affairs.
Okay, sir. So how is COVID-19 treating you? How are you and how is your family?
As we can see, we are okay. We are trying to observe all the protocols of COVID-19, and that's how we have managed to survive till now.
Okay, sir. Please, we don't want you to be upset. We just have little questions to ask. And number one is that I want to ask, what are the possibility of school resuming? Since students have stayed at home going to 3 months now, are we going to resume school this year?
It is okay. We understand and we are aware that our students are anxious to return to campus. But students need to recognize also that there is a national emergency. And because of the national emergency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, has invoked the infectious diseases protocol and imposed a national emergency throughout the Federation. What that implies is that the decision to open schools, public schools, and even private schools across the Federation no longer resides with the different schools or with their governors. It is now the President of the Federal Republic who will now give or lift the orders that will allow students to return on campus. So until that happens, all campuses will remain shut down until the President from the federal level now lifts the order. Now the governor also will also need to issue another proclamation, because the governor gave a directive to all public institutions, tertiary, secondary and primary, to close, to vacate, and ensure that students are not allowed to remain on campus for their own safety. So we need to have the lifting of the orders starting from the federal level down to the state level. That's when we can talk about students returning on campus.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, if possible, the school should resume next month or next 2 months or maybe this year. How prepared is the school for preventing coronavirus from spreading to students, especially the ones in hostels?
Yes, you are aware that while the lockdown was on, the management of the college has not been sleeping. They have been working around the clock to ensure that by adventure, whenever the campuses are open for students to return, that everybody will be safe. From our part here in Nwafor Orizu College of Education, steps have been taken. First of all, the college, under the leadership of our able provost, Dr. Nsugbe, has set up a COVID-19 task force. The job of that task force is to ensure that the college is ready for resumption and to ensure that every person who enters this college complies with all the protocols for COVID-19. And the steps we have taken so far to ensure that our students and staff and visitors who will enter the college will be safe within this period include the following. First of all, the college has provided for all offices the buckets for water and soap and hand sanitizers. And all staff of the college have been provided with the face mask or nose mask. You can see mine here. And it is because we're observing social distancing, that's why I'm not putting it on. Again, we have also tried to ensure that even the classrooms and the hostels are also ready in line with the new protocol. You know that nobody envisaged that COVID-19 will come. And as it appears now, COVID-19 may become the normal order. So we need to find a way of living with the virus. And in that regard, the college has taken steps. First of all, there are renovation attempts now going on in the hostel. We are now trying to renovate Hostel 8. After that, it will be followed by Hostel 9. A new hostel is also springing up near Hostel 2. The essence is to ensure that we'll be able to spread out our students in line with the new social distancing protocol. And what we intend to do also is that we have held meetings with what we call the expanded management of the college. It now involves the provost and the members of the IMC, that is the bursar, registrar, the librarian, and then all the deans and directors who brainstormed to find a way of observing the new social distancing protocol. And what we have resolved is that for the remaining exams, we're going to observe serious social distance. So what we encourage students to do also is to make use of technology to access the internet and be able to browse, to get materials for their literature reviews, and then to connect to their supervisors online, call them on phone, do video call, or send them WhatsApp messages to get directions as to how to proceed with their research. Encourage our students to stay safe wherever they are, to know that COVID-19 is real, to understand that sometimes also you may not see the persons showing up with any symptoms, and that's why it is good that they all comply with the protocols. They observe social distancing. They are encouraged to continue to wear their nose masks. They are encouraged to wash their hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. And if they don't have access to water and soap, they are encouraged to make use of the hand sanitizer. They will need to be alive in order to study. And if they are returning to campus, they need to comply with this so that when they return on campus, the campus will be safe for teaching and learning to take place. We are praying that God will protect our students and keep them safe wherever they are. We are also hoping that they will return as soon as possible and continue with their studies. The college is ready and have made arrangements to ensure that they are safe when they return to complete their studies.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for the time. Thank you very much, so much for the information. We appreciate you. May God bless you, sir. Thank you very much.
Greetings, sir. I'm by name Ovogamarachuku Linda. Yeah. And on behalf of the SUG Student Union Government, Nwafor College of Education in Nsugbe, I'm here to represent. So I would like to know you and know who you are.
Okay. My name is Afamefuna Patrick Ilaya. I'm the Deputy Director of Security Services, Nwafor College of Education in Nsugbe.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to know from you, sir, as you are the head over security issues in school, how safe are our students? How can we keep our students safe from these riots that have been going around the environment, from this raid that we've been heard, from all these issues?
Okay, thank you very much. I'm coming to COVID-19. We put measures in place to ensure that students are not affected by the COVID-19. Though it is crystal clear that as at now, the students are not allowed to be in school because there is a general order nationwide for students to still stay at home. So number one is that a student coming to school for the sake of project is not justified. That's number one. But still, there will be movement of people. Okay? When the school resumes, there will be an official announcement. Students go back to school. And everybody will start their project. Those for project, those for processing their files will start. Those preparing for exams will start. But as at now, students are not allowed on campus for any reason at all. At least we've not received a circular from the student affairs that those for project, those for files should come and process. Okay? So inadvertently, they are going against the rules and regulations, which we frown at. And to be honest with you, we have arrested a lot of students. Some of them broke into the hostel, said they want to carry their file, so I want to carry their clothes. Who gave you that order? Who told you? Who passed the circular? Before they were discharged from the hostel, I received a circular here. Let them get out of the hostel within 24 hours from the Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Asalo, and it was carried out immediately. So students coming to school now saying they are doing project, they want to process their file. Who told them to come and do that? Okay, so one of the measures we take in that regard is to ensure that they don't even come into the school at the first place. And because there will be movement, because staffs are coming, what do? If you look at the gate, both the first gate, second gate, you will see our personnel, even with rifles. We ensure that before you enter the gate, you must wear your face mask. And if you look outside there, you see water, soap, and sanitizer. You wash your hands. Okay? And we ensure that they maintain a lot of social distancing. Sometimes, if you're observant, you see me around the school, I'll be walking around, both staff, everybody, put on your face mask. Put on your face mask. If you don't, I chase you out of the gate. Personally, yesterday I saw a white man in front of the Student Affairs unit, just opposite the asset building, without face mask. He said, good afternoon. So I said, put on your face mask. And he has the door is an Indian, the way I saw him. So these are the measures we take. And not only that, the Director of Security Services, ACP, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Joseph Alefuna, retired. Most often you see him at the first gate, enforcing wear your face mask, wash your hand, social distancing. So what we do in that regard is to ensure that everybody that must have access into Nwafor College of Education, Nsugbe, must wear his face mask. Before you enter any office, you must wash and sanitize your hands. That's on the part of COVID-19. If you go, in fact, okay, I can look at you people, all of you have your face mask. That's about COVID-19. Okay? So to cut it short, for COVID-19, make sure that before any person have access inside the campus, you must wear the face mask. Before you enter any office, you must wash and sanitize your hands. Okay? And also make sure that no students is allowed. No students are allowed into the school because there has not been order for schools to resume, but staffs can come to work. That's about COVID-19. Coming to the issue of rape, I've handled about 7 rape cases since we resumed January this year, me personally. Okay, and those rape cases, one, there was a near success, but they did not succeed because a gallant student very close and the security officer, they raised an alarm and pursued those boys, and they left the girl there in the bush at the back of hostel. Is this hostel 4 or hostel 3? The girl, half naked, they have put down the panties, but they couldn't penetrate her. I brought the issue here, it was treated, and we advised the students. Okay, so we are making concerted effort now to put a perimeter fence, to put perimeter fence all around the hostels, and to use bad boys to ensure that outsiders don't come into the school. Because there's no perimeter fence, which is a security measure at the hostel sites. All the hostel areas are porous. And we also detail our security personnel. If you go there then, they patrol to and fro around the hostels now. And that is why we're able to catch even those students that come to break into the hostels to take their attendance during this COVID-19. And we've talked to the management, which I know that they are competent. As soon as possible, they will put it into action to put a fence all around the hostel, because most of the rape come from outsiders. Students don't rape. Students don't rape. You talk to a lady, you seek her consent, don't get me, but most of the rapes are outside. And we've also had the issue of, well, there's a hostel there. I've done an intelligence there and I saw it myself. A student will be bathing. Somebody will dip hands from the window, pressing their breasts. They'll be sleeping, somebody will put down into the net, pressing them and touching them, taking their phones. Because we have only one security officer guarding the whole of the hostel to the medical center. From what to medical center, only one security, because we have shortage of men. So we are working on that to make sure that all those things stop. Now, in security operations, when we are being protected, you will take reasonable measures to protect yourself, because security is everybody's business. We need information, we need reports. As I'm protecting you as the Vice President of SUG, you have to make every effort to protect yourself by avoiding the risk of detection. Then coming to the riots. The one that happened yesterday, it was a fracas in the Nsugbe community. Somebody was killed, they burnt a house, and the thing is happening inside the village, but because they are protesting, they just came to the second gate, first gate, and go back outside the gate. And what did we do, as you asked? What we did was that we locked the gate. Nobody goes out, nobody enters. That's number one. Secondly, you call the police for them to come and help the uprising. Thirdly, you call the provost. See what is happening. That's the criteria. Okay? So in fact, as at yesterday, in less than 45 minutes, they have all moved out. If you come at the back of this place, all the shops are open. As of after 10, all the shops are, vehicles are moving around. In fact, I went outside. Okay? And everybody, you know that there's anything happened yesterday. So we make effort to ensure that those or the rioters don't gain access inside the institution. That's where they will find our trouble. No, so we don't have right to go out and begin to challenge them. Our own is to make sure that this institution is highly protected and they don't get entrance. And the staff inside don't go outside. Then we call the police to come and help. Okay? Now, as it is going on, those coming, assuming you are coming from Onisha or you are coming from Aguleri, okay? Definitely when there is riot, okay? No keke, no bike, no taxi will agree to carry any person to the school, because they will tell there's riot, so stop, turn back, all the kekes will park, because riot is not hidden. Do you get me right? I'm not going, there's riot. So there's no way you can even run into them.
Yeah, it's true.
Because when there is a mayhem, automatically know there's a mayhem. No, why is the bus is not going? Why a taxi is not going? Okay, there's riot. Okay, so but the main thing is to protect those inside so that they don't move out, to save them. But if you're coming from outside, automatically you will see fire, you will see, yeah. In fact, they will be stopping vehicles so that you don't come, then you turn back. Okay, so these are the efforts we as the security have made so far to prevent the spread of COVID-19, to prevent rioters invading the campus, and the third one you asked, okay, to make sure that rape doesn't persist on campus. And as I'm telling you now, I'm sure that the way we are handling the issue of rape, there will be no rape case again from outsiders, because we are all out now to handle them. We've known their tricks, okay, and we are following them. We have a lot of intelligence on ground to catch them, and we've told the students what to do as from today to avoid the rape, both boys and girls. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful session with you. Yeah, it's just an eye-opener. We must thank you, your officials, because knowing the fact that you have the interest of students that are living outside the school at heart is just a great relief, you know. Calling the police and all that, so that even those outside the school can be protected. We thank you so much for that. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. God bless.
Thank you very much.
Guys, as you can see, these are the COVID-19 task force, the school, anti-cult, and the security. men, they're actually doing the work here, ensuring that every living being that comes in and out of the gate has their face mask, and also ensures that they maintain absolute social distancing and every other criterion they're taking to make sure that our environment is safe. As you can see, this car that is just going now, they are going to assess the person inside of the car to know if he or she is allowing them to go through the gate, but without the face mask, in which they can't pass through the gate. Yeah. As you can see, these are the people coming inside the gate. They also have the mask. They can't come inside the gate without a mask. As you can see, they're also maintaining social distancing. And the keke, you see, yeah, they're maintaining it. Thank you, guys. God bless. The security men are doing wonderfully well. Hello guys, thank you for watching this video, this short interview that we just put out to you now. Well, we are so happy to give you this vital information about COVID-19, about the school and what you have to do and what the school is expecting of you, what the state and the country is expecting of you. Yeah, and with me, I have my team here, which is led by the Commissioner for Information in the person of
Comrade Onwujokwe Good News, Chukwuemeka.
Once again, I'm Avagamara Chukwulinda, and I have here with me also
the Vice President Alago Amara Aspire. Please, as you've all heard, I would love you to listen and take care of yourself. Please stay safe. Endeavor to put on your mask, endeavor to wash your hands, endeavor to always wash your hands. Stay safe and stay alive for me and you. Thank you very much.
Always be informed. Stop the spread of fake news. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you're not informed, my dear, then you are deformed. And as a student, you're not supposed to cut on fresh. You're not supposed to be deformed as a student. So please, take the precautions you need to take. Stay safe and stay cool. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.